As early as 9 a.m., the first batch of fuel to be deposited at Mahadi Infra-Storage for dealers within the country to access was received. This was aboard MT Kawuku Entebbe II vessel under the stewardship of Captain Debashish, an Indian by origin. It was welcomed by Dinesh Donadi of Lake Victoria Logistics.
As you know, this is the unique system that we are putting in place. In the sense, like till now, the whole fuel required for the country and the surrounding land.
He says if all goes as planned, the challenge of high fuel prices in the country will be a thing of the past. This was in agreement with the optimism expressed by Commissioner Customs Uganda Revenue Authority, Geoffrey Balamaga.
Transportation is one of the major components in the price build-up. By shifting from road to water-based transportation system, there should be a reduction of 50% in the fuel transportation rates.
The most important aspect is now to reorganize ourselves, study the transport trends, and then take advantage of the new changes to reposition our businesses in order to remain on top of the pile.
The 1.1 million volumes of fuel delivered is just a small percentage required to be stored in these tanks. The vessel captain, Debashish, says the 16-hour-long journey was successful.
Very nice. The weather was also very nice. The depth was also good. And the voice was very silent and cool. There was no any problem.
Captain Mike Mukula, the chairman Mahadi Infra Uganda Limited, one of the brains behind the initiative, is hopeful.
It means that with the 70 million liters capacity storage we have in Kawuku, Uganda will now be able to address strategic needs of fuel, where we can now be able to store diesel, petrol, kerosene, and Jet A1.
He and others want fuel dealers to embrace this project.
We have done our part and we continue to do it by ensuring that the logistical element of it, the movement of fuel from Kisumu to here, will get here within under 14 hours, which is a major change. Two, we also ensure that we reduce the cost of fuel movement from Kisumu to here by 50%. It is now incumbent upon the OMCs to see that the pump price can now be compensated by making sure that the consumer gets a better price and generally the pricing in the country can be lowered.
And business is basically about reducing costs. My advice to those who are in transport business is to explore other greener pastures. They can diversify, for instance, in other areas that have not been exploited before.
The facility has 14 reservoirs with a 70 million litre fuel storage capacity. Henry Okrut, UBC.